Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome to this film talk session tonight with me, Noval Yazid. I'm the festival co-director. We are going to talk with Nariman Aliev, the director of Homeward that you just saw on our festivalscope.com page in Europe on screen. And I just want to remind you that this session is also being broadcasted live on YouTube. And there you go. I am now with Nariman. Hi, Nariman.
Hi. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you? I
I'm fine.
okay, great. I hope I pronounce your name correctly. Nariman Alif, is that correct?
Yeah, it's very correct. You're well done.
Okay, okay, thank you. Um, First of all, thank you so much for making Homeward. We just finished screening your film in our festival, but let me tell you that I saw it the first time in Cannes last year,
Mhm.
Homeward, and I remember it was one of the last days in Cannes, and it was very late at night screening, but um, but it was so powerful that despite the long queue and all, we all of us were just sit in silence and we gave a standing applause and huge ovation at the end because the film is very powerful and very emotional. And I understand this is your first debut feature length film. So
Yes.
so how did you keep the emotions intact? Like, how long did you prepare for this film?
You know how I'm saying that debut film, it's always the film where you was preparing the whole your life
Mm-hmm.
for this stage. And if I work like 3 years with a homework, with a script, with the development, all the stuff, but I prepare it for this project like 10 or 10 years
Wow.
when I came like how I count when I came to like for film school to study directing. It was first day when I'm preparing to do it my first feature film,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of stuff I was like training in my short films
Mm-hmm.
about the themes, about instruments of directing. And then when I was trying there, and they was created in the debut film too, so it's like a big work for the and the exam for whole my like film life. I don't know. And yes, I can say like a 10 years I was preparing for debut film, and I don't know what to do with the next one,
Mm-hmm.
because the I was preparing for this one and nobody said that after that will be something something too. So
And
for
yeah,
yeah, so second film more difficult that like a debut.
of course. And that that 10-year preparation, the story is already what we saw. The story is already this film, Homework. Or was there any other story that did not come through and then you choose to do Homework
Now,
instead?
how I say, I'm preparing Homeward 3 years, but
Okay.
for preparing for the debut film, it was like a 10 years. Yes,
I see.
about
Okay.
yeah. About the story. Um, the story was happening with like it was idea of my friend. He was the first ID in my film, Navruz Hikmet. I understand like Crimea, it's my homeland. I'm from Crimea, but now I'm living
Yeah.
in Ukraine, is Kiev,
Mhm.
and the whole my short films I was shooting there in my homeland. But after occupation in 2014, I don't have opportunity to shooting there like a films. So I was have a like a question what to do next, because I want to say about my nation who was living in occupation now, but I can go there and shooting there. But how I can shooting in the another part of the Ukraine about the nation who
Mhm.
don't live another part of Ukraine. So I
Mhm.
was have a lot of question, and I understand the emotion what I want to do it about the themes what I want to talk about it, but I don't have a form. and my
Mm.
friend was we just like drinking, and he said me about the idea of his script about the family who lost their relative and go for the very far away to take them body and came back for the homeland to bury it. And it was just idea for like a for script from nowhere, and
Uh-huh.
instead it's like a perfect form for the my story to explain the a lot of this is lines
Mhm.
arcs of my story. And I asked my friend to give it this idea for me for I work it, and after that it was like a script and a story about Homeward. Yes.
Okay. And well, actually, the theme of road trip or father and son relationship, these two themes have been used in many films, but
Yeah.
somehow in Homeward they still feel fresh because of the powerful emotions that you captured there. But I wonder if you also revisit or see all these road trip films again, or father and son films, or perhaps any other films or books that you particularly watch or read during the preparation.
Of course, a lot of films. What I was watching, what I like it,
Mhm.
was some kind of reference in the film. In the film, what I like it that we have we have a uh, sorry, in English I forget the titles of the professional
Mhm.
uh, costume design. I don't know costume design like our unit of costume design was created the color what which colors will be in the each
Mhm.
one the characters. And I just said yes, okay. She was working with the colors of the Quran with the Islam,
Mhm. Mhm.
and they tried to took it there for the film. And when I saw it, it's the same colors who was used in that like a life of three fuck sorry I forgot
It's okay.
uh, tree of
Of
lives,
life,
like a
yeah.
Terrence Malick. Yeah, there was
Yes.
the same colors of characters, and
Yeah.
we don't try to like preparing this. I
Mhm.
like it. That understand this, like the story have like something similar, and
Mhm.
we look it in the same themes. We try to search it, yes,
Mhm.
and. I have like about like quotes for the like Abbas Kiarostami
Mhm.
and like Nuri Bilge Ceylan,
Yeah.
and a lot of course a lot of films was some kind helped me to see it my story, yes.
Mhm.
And there's some kind teaching me the good film teaching you to make your films, and you trying to took it this and try to make like a little bit yourself.
I agree. I agree completely. And somehow you took the best and then you still put it in your film to make it better
Yeah,
film.
you tried,
And
you tried, yeah.
yes, and I'm also impressed by the performances of two lead actors, the father
Mhm.
and the son, particularly. So, are these two actors the first choices when it comes to casting?
This two actors not first choices is like
Uh,
only choices what we have,
oh, really?
because yeah, in Crimean Tatar language it's not similar for the Ukrainian language, and
Mhm.
not a lot of people know Crimean and the actor who knows Crimean Tatar language, it's almost not exist. So
Mm.
when you in Ukraine says like a Crimean Tatar and the cinema, the first what the whole people say you it's Akhtem Seitablayev. It's an actor who
Mhm.
was acting like the father, the part of the father. Yes,
Mhm.
he's very famous in Ukraine, and he's associated with the Crimean Tatars. Like he's a Crimean Tatar, and he's actor,
Mhm.
he's a director. Yeah, it's the first thought, and but I tried to find someone else, not him, because all everyone thought he will be the actor, but I tried to seem like something else, but it was not happen. And the part of the son, it's my cousin. It's my
Okay.
cousin. Yes, it's my cousin who was shooting him in my short films. He's live in Crimea. He's don't give a shit about the cinema or acting. He don't matter about that. So I called my uncle and said I need the Rimzi for my film. He said, for which time? I said 2 months. He said, okay, you can take him. Nobody even asked him about that he want or he not. Yeah, so it's we don't have a very big choose. Yeah, we don't
Choices.
have
Yeah.
a lot of options for the acting
Uh-huh.
from Crimean Tatars, but it's very good for me. Couple, how do they say? I know tandem. You know the store
Okay.
tandem. Okay,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes, we
yeah.
do.
It's very good tandem, and for this film, yes, it's work it.
And one is professional actor and one is your cousin. So how did they develop the chemistry? Like what kind of direction that you give to them?
Yes, I said for the Achtem, I will be yelling, screaming for the Remzi. I will
Uh-huh.
pushing him. I will give like a strong director. And you, when I will go, you say him everything shit. Do like you want. Don't worry about this. Yeah, so we're trying like working with good police and bad
Yeah.
policemen, yeah, but I don't know it's work or not. I think it's the more important that Remzi don't he don't nervous. He don't worry
Mhm.
about that. He just like he was very professional in the stage. He don't worry.
Uh-huh.
He doing what he needs, and he just like he listening what he was saying, and very was like in his like has like in his leg.
Uh-huh. Okay, but the final result that we see is that they are great. So there is the
Thank you.
benefit of the yelling and screaming. So yeah, it
Yeah,
works. Right, and yeah, and also because this is a road trip
yeah.
or film, so you have many locations. How was the logistic of the shooting like, and how was the atmosphere on the set?
Atmosphere was good, logistics little bit strange, but everything was very quickly, and we made this trip. How our characters made it from the Kiev,
Yeah.
from the north part of Ukraine to the south part of Ukraine. We started from the Kiev and going from the Ukraine for the south, and we are shooting the last scenes was shooting like from the 2 kilometers from Crimea. And so we made the same road with the team, how our characters in the film, and it was very quickly. We was just have 11 18 shooting days, and we
Okay.
shooting like it was from like 26 or 27 days. We're shooting
Mm-hmm.
like 18 days, and we do it everything very quickly, but we try to give it this some kind difference from this different part of Ukraine. We try to do it, so we wanted to go with the characters for this road and
Yeah.
show it for the how it is.
Nariman, we already have some questions from our
Yeah,
audience who just saw your film.
yeah, really.
Yeah, okay. The first question is from Daru Kusuma. The question is, I didn't know if Ukraine have Muslim community, and I want to ask what happened with the army or they across borders when going to Crimea.
What happened there? It's like another story, but Can you repeat, please? Can you repeat
Yeah,
because
the question is, I want to ask what happened with the army once they crossed borders of going to Crimea.
I don't understand question, but okay. Uh, like what happening? Yes, we have a Muslim community, big one in Ukraine, and it's like it's a native it's native nation of Ukraine.
Mhm.
Like you have Ukrainians, we have a Crimean Tatars, we have a Krimchaki and Karaims. But if
Mhm.
Krimchaki and Karaims, they're just like 3,000 people and 300 people's left. Crimean Tatars like 300,000 peoples,
Mhm.
and they all lives in Crimea. After 2014, Crimea was occupied by Russia with like their militaries and say like Crimea it's Russia,
Mhm.
and Crimean Tatar community was not agree with that and was up opposite this. Okay, and we have a border now from the Crimea and mainland from the peninsula Crimea and mainland Ukraine,
Mhm.
and the people live there and they live there within occupation because it's like sorry I because people just 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 came back to Crimea.
Okay.
Crimean Tatars came to Crimea just like 30 years ago, because before that, 50 years ago, people was in deportation in the Middle Asia. There was
Mhm.
deported in 1944 from Crimea for the Middle Asia, like the whole nation was deported there, like betrayed of the nation USSR, and they can have opportunity to go back. And my parents who was not born in the Crimea, was born in Uzbekistan. They came back, and a lot of people came back, like in the early 80s, and stay there and try to start again their lives and building their nation again in Crimea, because a lot of years the existing of Crimean Tatars was like it's like Crimean Tatars is not existing. It's
Mhm.
someone from Turkish or something from the Tatarstan, like something else, but not like from Crimea. And after occupation, a lot of people wanted to stay there because they make a lot of steps to go back to stay in Crimea in 80s. They don't want to go again from there, and they must live in occupation. But like my generation, for like people who was live in the independent Ukraine, who don't know what is USSR, who don't know what is the deportation. There was like I'm a free man.
Mhm.
For them it's very hard to keep it this roots from the land, but and they try to find like another lives, I know. And a lot of family now separated. The kids go from the mainland for the mainland Ukraine. The parents left in the Crimea, and a lot of people like separate. So what happening with our characters in the after when they go to Crimean borders is like another story. It's like a story for this boy who was like left himself, and he started his story
See.
in that point.
Right.
Sorry for my answers.
No, no, no.
In,
I
in
mean,
Ukraine very early now, so sorry.
okay. It's okay, but we get to know the historical background at least, and which really influences the film, obviously.
Yeah, it's very hard to tell this story because it's like a big background of a
Mhm.
national who I can explain for every audience for this. And for me, it's like a big pleasure when the people just after looking my film, trying to know a little bit more
Yeah.
about my people. It's for me like a big pleasure.
Okay. Another questions we have from the audience about Sorry, let me read the question. Hello, I just watched your movie and I really love Homeward. I would like to ask you, how do you manage to find the perfect balance in making film both emotionally powerful and profound at the same time? Thanks a lot.
Uh, Thank you for the question. I don't know. It's very hard when you work with the project, with the script in the stage. You always have a convincence. Yes, yes,
Yes.
convincence. Yes, and it's not hard to write the script or or for shooting the film. It's hard to do good. It's
Obviously.
very simple to write the script, but it's very hard to write the good one script.
Uh-huh.
And uh, I trying not to use for this pushing instruments. uh, I no, how to say, I try to have this balance with not the showing everything what the people want to
Yeah.
say. I try to something to keep silence for,
Mm-hmm.
because for me audience it's very smart today. You don't need to explain everything for the people when they look the film. A lot of
Yeah.
stuff you can just make like little notes and people
Yeah.
understand what it's about it. So
Mm-hmm.
I try to work like with the film for the like smart audience. When they will be understand, I don't need to explain them everything. So
Mm-hmm.
I in this part I think in this have a balance to with the to not to be very annoying with emotionals and to pushing for emotionals, and not to
Yeah.
explain like everything like you
Mm-hmm.
talking with the stupid people. Just listen, your audience is smart. Just thought
Mm-hmm.
I trying to think that my audience is smart, so I trying to uh, talk with them like with the smart people. But yeah.
There is also one thing I noticed in the film, that you don't really have much dialogue. There's
Yeah.
so much silence, and um, how do you convey, or again, this is similar to the previous questions, but how did the actors react when they get the scripts, knowing that there is so much silence required from them? You know, they have to express themselves without words or with minimum words.
I don't think they thinking about this because it's not in the script. Like now you
Mhm.
are silent, you know,
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah, of course.
um, in the script it's not feeling when it's like a lot of the dialogues or not, but in the film, in the stage, I like to work with the silent. I like to work with the pause in the from the actors.
Mhm.
I always asking them to give me a space from the start and from the ending, to give me more space to have a to give it this space for the audience, or not keeping them or not keep it for the audience. And for within the editing, how we're doing the like a first hour of first draft, we keep it the whole space what we have, and we keep it and making like the biggest space in the what we can to do with this film.
Mhm.
We look it, we like it, and then we make it the we cut every space. We make like a very dynamic cut it every space, and look, and then we're like and oh sorry, and then we'll look at what we where we wanted to keep it this space. We watch it this space, we watch it without space, and trying to work and work and work in the editing. We it's the most important what we're doing to we're working with the space and the pause.
Mhm.
Yes. So for me, it's a very important part of the film.
I see. Another question is not about the film, but it's about the
Mhm.
poster. Um, Congrats for your first film chosen in Ang Setong Regat in Cannes, and we are lucky to sit here in Indonesia and Europe on screen. I was
Thank
very
you.
much intrigued with the poster, with the long shot of empty, serene beach with a blue boat. Where was this shot taken? What made you decide to use this as your poster?
I don't decide this poster. It was decided our sales agent. I was just like,
I see. Okay.
yeah, it was my debut film. I don't know what to
So
do.
you don't
It's
have.
like I was not expected that I was in Cannes, so I will do it everything what you want. Just doing, please. I like it. Everything I like it. Uh, yes, it's its first shot. It was shooting like from the this water. It's really lake. What we see it, and in the other side it's Crimea, so it's like a last point of the
Yeah.
mainland Ukraine for the Crimea. And this tree was there's no one tree. It was grow it this
Yeah.
tree in there, and our art department don't really want to do this, but my DOP was, he's very shocked that he needed to like a mainland just lands shooting. He knew I needed one vertical object, please, one vertical object, and we do it for him, this tree. And the more interesting in this part, why I made it this shot, the first one, why I do it, and why my film started with this shot, because I a lot of work with the script, and someone feedback was, it's very interesting and it's very nice, but I understand why these people going there, why, in what value, which value for this land, what they always said. So I thought that it will be good to start with this land, to show it, and just to keep in the mind for the people, there's something to see it, and give another story for understanding like where they came it. So yes, I don't know. It's interesting working for me, because how I think, I don't know, maybe our audience will be not thinking about it. This shot, it's working for the steps for the film when we came it. It's not like, oh, I see it there. No, it's working. They remember there's something to see, it's something beautiful, what they wanted to go with there, and they keep it with this emotion with the characters when they trying to go for like this with this holy land.
Okay, interesting, interesting answer, I would say. And another questions come from Diana Fadila. She has two questions. First question is: as your debut film, what scares you the most when making this film? And second question is: what is the importance of Crimea for your nation?
Okay, about first question, everything scared. Everything was scared, but I don't think I tried to not think about this for my work like a problems. I just work for the like it's a steps what I need to go it for the result. So I just go it step by step, and everything was scared, but it's not terrified. It's not terrified. It's just like it's just like a something new what you're not trying. And I was too young. I was like when I was shooting, I was 25, and I was like nervous because like the team, it's very it's a people who like was in a lot of stages, who do it very great Ukrainian films. And now I came like this like dude for 25 years, and I will say it, what they doing now. Okay. But I tried just like do my job. And like about the nervous, the first the first shot was the shot when the boy Alim was how to say, when nauseous, when he nauseous. It was like the first shot shooting. And the actor Remzi came to me, I know, and how I need to get nauseous, I don't understand. I said, okay, I understand too. Let's go for me. And we go it when nobody was our seat, and we just trying to get nauseous. And in the final, I get nauseous. He got nauseous, and it was. But we understand how we do it. Yes. So we are trying to be a professionals. About second film, about second question about the land from Crimean Tatars. Yes, it's very important for us. This line for film is like. Crimea, it's our Jerusalem. It's true. To be honestly, it's true. I don't really like this line because it's for me like no, it's not good poetry for me. But it's very and it's very right line to explain the people who don't know what is this Crimea, who don't know who is this Crimean Tatars. For us, it's very like a holy land, and my parents was grow up without their land, don't never see it. Crimea never was there, but they grow up and they know it that they when they will have opportunity, they will be go back there. And for me now, I was very lucky. I was born there, and I was grow up there. But I was, and after that, I was go to Kiev to study like filmmaking. But now I'm living in Kiev, but I still keep it like a Crimea, my homeland, and I know that I will be go back there when I will have opportunity. So for us, it's very important. Like it's important part of our nation. It's very important, and identity too.
Yeah. And Nariman, I'm always curious to know, as the first time filmmaker whose film was being screened in big film festival like Cannes, what was your Cannes experience like last year?
Drunk. No, it's very strange. It's very strange because a lot of nervous and don't understand how it works. Because for me, the most important it every steps when I understand how it works, I'm fine. But when I don't understand, I'm very nervous. And like my short film was like 5 years ago in the Berlinale, and
Yeah.
in Germany everything understand everything. They have a logistic very understandable. They understand. They say you one step, second step, everything understand. In Cannes, nobody knows nothing. Nobody give a shit what happening. Everyone say, I know the guy who know the guy who must to ask the guy who maybe know the answer. Nobody know nothing. And it was very nervous for me. I can, but in France it's okay. It's like it's okay. So I was nervous, drunk, not always, but a lot. And I tried to just have not to think about it. I just try to get this time for like some not vacation, but some time who I can just enjoy what happening. And the most, of course, most important, it was screening. It was a premiere because with but it's very strange in 11 a.m. when you stay in tuxedo in this stage in the how to say in Palais, you don't see what the fucking going on. And okay, 1,000 people from the whole world came to see your film, and you say I no, they don't give a shit who I am, and they don't understand what the fuck. They just don't have a ticket for the Xavier Dolan or the Tarantino. They came for my film, It's understand for
because
me.
it's very, very hard to get a ticket to watch film in Cannes. I mean,
so
it's very hard. Any ticket will do.
Any tickets. It's a pressure. Yeah. And when you're sitting and you watch, it's the perfect screening in Cannes was perfect in the in the Debussy's audience. It was
Yeah.
perfect. Sound, color, everything was perfect. So for me, it was most impressive because we watched it with the team. We watched the film, what we wanted to shoot it, because in every another screening there was shit color or another sound or something was wrong. But in Cannes it was perfect screening about the that one, what we trying and we work it with it. So it was, I like it. Maybe
Yeah.
some, maybe we will repeat it someday with some film.
Who knows? I mean,
Who knows? Yeah,
yeah,
who knows?
yeah. And your film was chosen to represent Ukraine for Oscar earlier this year.
Yeah.
So I mean, how did you feel about it? I mean, because this is your first film and it's already
Yeah,
seen as a high profile film.
yeah, it was a little bit strange because how was choosing from the countries, the films who will be present the country in the Oscar competition. There have Oscar committees in every country who's choosing the film, and they have submissions for this and we was sending our film in our committee in Ukraine. We was just like one film, and committee was choosing, or they will be sending us or sending no one. and for me it was like okay, I never lose no one. It will be very good. It will be very interesting if I will lose no one. Yes, but yes, it was very big pleasure and big uh, it's honor, big honor, because you're presenting your country, and we trying doing this step with distributing our Ukrainian cinema in Europe, in America, and interesting experience for these markets, because I don't expect that we'll have a nomination or we'll winning the Oscar, but for me it's experience that I will never buy it or look it, or something tell me about this. You can't explain like this. It's experience which you needed to feel it to growing up with your films.
Yeah. But but when Homeward was released in cinemas in Ukraine, how was the
Yeah.
reception?
Receptions, we will have like a 25,000 people who's coming and watching film. It's not a lot, but it's a good number for the after film. It's good one, but we're trying to work with the audience because it's very hard to explain which kind of films, and these films which you will be can feeling emotion and you understand this one, because when the people listen cans or cans about Oscar, they think, oh, it's like something strange, very 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 strange and smart film who nobody knows about what it is, and very symbolic or metaphoric. No, it's a cinema. It's just like a good cinema, and we're trying to work with the audience to explain that good films, it's not always or like a comedy or blockbusters. The good film, it's good film. You can have a shitly comedy and shitly blockbuster, and you have like a good comedy and good after film drama or melodrama, anything what you want you can, if this like a good film, and we try to work with this. Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time, Nariman. It's been
Thank you.
great. I hope you have a good time. And before we and without the drunk, and before we finish, I think we have to take picture where we look at
Yeah,
our
please.
camera, and the host can lead us.
Hi guys, so please look at the camera and stay still for 1 to 2 seconds to avoid any delay, and I will count to three.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Looking forward to your next film,
Thank you.
Nariman. I hope it will not take 10 years to make or to
Thank you.
prepare.
I hope so too.
All right.
Thank you for inviting. Thank you for the screening our film. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oke, demikian tadi pembicaraan yang sangat menarik bersama Nariman Aliev, sutradara film Homeward dari Ukraina. Filmnya masih bisa ditonton sampai tanggal 26 November, 5 hari dari sekarang, atau sebelum tiketnya habis. Sebelumnya saya ingin mengumumkan yang dua penanya terpilih yang mendapatkan hadiah dari Europe On Screen adalah Daru Kusuma dan Diana Fadilah. Selamat, nanti kalian akan dihubungi oleh tim Europe On Screen. Right after this, jam 9 malam ada Q&A bersama sutradara film Dream Factory, Martin Schreier dari Jerman. Jadi pastikan teman-teman sudah menonton filmnya yang sudah bisa ditonton sekarang di Festival Scope. Terima kasih, selamat malam, have a good Saturday evening, see you soon, bye.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.